Hello, welcome back to my channel. My name is Carly Stevens and this is English Nerd. Today's 2-Minute Writer is dedicated to those of you who are still in the throes of NaNoWriMo, trying to write 50,000 words in just 1 month. You can do it. Even if you are behind at this point, you still have more words than you did in October. I am super excited because I just finished editing my young adult fantasy novel, Firian Rising, and on the day that this video goes out, my book goes to the editor, and I just am on cloud 9. But I also have some, I think, very helpful information for those of you who are still in the process of writing a first draft, and that is using micro-flashbacks. I heard that term first on the podcast Writing Excuses, which I brought up in last week's video, which is just a phenomenal podcast. I've been binging it like crazy ever since I first discovered it a couple weeks ago. And a micro-flashback is just kind of what it sounds like. It is not a full flashback. It's not paragraphs long. Instead, it's just a passing reference to something that has happened in a character's past. This is a great way to build characterization and your world as well at the same time in just a few words. It's fantastic for building character depth. So this can look like one character saying, "Oh right, remember when we yada yada yada." This can look like she looked out at the ocean and immediately was reminded of the only other time she had seen its beauty when she was 6 on a road trip with her family. Or it can look like the sky was as red as the dragon's eye she had once seen passing overhead. So those examples are kind of dumb, they're not fantastic, but the idea is that just as in real life, seeing one thing or experiencing an emotion immediately triggers the memory of something else. So you don't need to explain that whole backstory, but referencing those things will build a character history, a sense of character depth much more quickly. So I hope that today's 2-Minute Writer was helpful for you. I'm not sure how great a job I did actually explaining the concept. If you have any other ideas for how to very quickly build characterization and your world, please add those down below and subscribe if you haven't already. Alright, I'll see you next Monday.